After my second divorce procedure, a friend of mine told me they had a little house down here for rent that was just right for a single guy, so I came down here.
They had a brick wall, a lot of people call it the Berlin Wall. And that wall was put up to keep blacks from going over into that area, which was predominantly white. It wasn't a pleasant thing back then, not at all.
Being in this neighborhood, you know, sometimes if you do know that you don't have certain things, you just stay within these confines right here. You don't try to go on the outside as much.
There was a time in our culture when our parents and grandparents could take a little bit of nothing. Come on, somebody. And make it go a long way.
Everything came from us, bro. Everything. Cause see, now we right now in the state, in the mind state that we in, we savage. We don't look at each other as brothers.
I was a drug addict, a dope fiend in this community, 25 years. Yeah. Heroin and cocaine.
You go into something that you feel like it'll take you out this world, that you ain't got to feel that real deep, harsh pain. And a lot of people don't even talk about that pain. And a lot of people just like to keep holding that pain back and hiding it.
It's a community like no other, and I think people have problems in this community and people have great things that happen in this community, and I think it's a tight-knit family. That's what I love about Como.
This is where I want to be. This is not where I want to be for the rest of my life. I'd rather have a big house somewhere over there, but I'm still gonna come every day to visit Como.
It's a good place to live. I've got deer meat cooking. I'm boiling it, and I'm going to take it and make sloppy joes out of it.
We're the main store here in Kennard. Everybody congregates here. If someone needs to meet someone, they'll say, well, meet us at Curry's in Kennard. Or if something's going on, they'll say, call Curry's. Curry's knows.
Now I'm trying to get my life back on track, and I'll work for people, sell firewood. And most people get jealous because I got what I got.
There probably hasn't been a new business established in Kennard in probably 3 decades that we know of. So it has been an experience just actually opening a brand new business that has not ever been here before.
This is my first year back at Kennard, and now that I'm here, I don't know. You know, I may have changed more than the town, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to stay.
I like living here. I've been living here about 30-something years. Me and my wife and my son.
You know, the old timers, they saw signs, miracles, and wonders. Why? Because they didn't have nothing else. They didn't have automobiles and Red Lobster and all that stuff. They didn't have all that. They relied on prayer.
Well, I have to keep my mind on it, but it gets so kind of like driving a car. You don't have to study about keeping that car in the road. You just see it and you do it automatic. That's about the way it is running the business.
Oh, I love to work. I did it all my life. I keep busy at all time, and I don't bother nobody because I always got something to do.
Oh, hard times come again no more.
I'm a commercial real estate broker. You know, seeing the influence that you have in the architecture in the various neighborhoods has really inspired me to continue.
I can't imagine working anywhere but here. I need it. I need the spontaneity, the combustion, the activity.
Frankly, it's a very tough job. There's not a lot to like about it. The only things I really like is it's being isolated and yet in the middle of, you know, the most active and insane city in the world.
There's a lot of competition out here and everything, so you always have to either stay on top of things or get out of the way.
Music is probably the most important thing in my life. There used to be something like 100 record stores in the New York area, like 5 years ago, and right now there's like 10.
By the time I got to my desk, I really wasn't there very long before the first plane hit. You could see the damage that was done, the human damage, because once you got to that plaza level, you could see the bodies piled up.
We lost 343 firefighters here in New York. I lost a lot of friends on that day. We do everything together because we go into situations which are life-threatening on a regular basis.
I like to invent a car that does not use fossil fuels, and I also like to invent rocket juice.
Tasted delicious is the complete predicate. I grew up in the neighborhood here, came to school here, and then eventually started teaching here.
From Italian and Irish, now we become Chinese and Hispanic. But it is a sign of the future. This is America.
I guess my day starts about 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I'm here till supper time. Closing time's 8 o'clock, and we're out of here by 9.
61, 61, 71, 70.
We hold these auctions weekly. We get people from all over. You know, a lot of people would love to live in a community like this.
The body of Christ given for you. Jesus knew what they did not know. They were not walking the talk.
I've been living here for a year and a half, but I'm still in culture shock, trying to adjust to a small town. And I'd love to go back to a big city. You know, I can't just go on my own. I have to have my family to go with me.
It always amazes me when I drive around and you see all the crops and you think, where in the world does all this stuff go? Every year, we essentially eat everything we produced.
Quite a bit of people know me, yes, because, well, my job here. It's the only grocery store in town. The closest McDonald's in any direction is about an hour and a half away.
Young people don't see anything right here, and there really isn't a whole lot for young people.
Probably the biggest challenge for any retail store here is that we got the declining population. We've got to find something that will bring people back to our community.
For fun, I really just hang out with friends, skate at the skate park we've got built.
Today, but you could say that about just about any president.
We watch VH1 and MTV, and I wouldn't say that we're isolated from anything really, because we have the internet and we have cell phones and we have TV. It's not like we're just stuck out in the middle of nowhere with nothing.
It's your football team, it's your season, it's to you do what you want to do. This is the playoffs. This is the playoffs. This is your chapter. Write it how you want it to be written.